Hello there, my beautiful thinking 1585ers. It's another absolutely beautiful, gorgeous day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. All of you all. Can't wait till I can do a live for you guys. It would be so much better if I could do lives. You'd hear all my mix up and quirks and squirks and passing by my boy, another motorcycle man like me. Okay, so today, topic. What's the topic today? Tesla Robotaxi launch. You knew it had to come. We heard about it year after year after year after year. It has finally launched. Now, some people are all butthurt about the fact that, yeah, but it launched with a safety monitor in the car. Safety monitor does not drive the car. It does nothing, except if there is any sort of emergency, he is ready to pull the plug. Make that car pull over or something. That's about all he's there for. He's sitting in the passenger seat, so it's just like he's getting the Robotaxi ride and you guys are accompanying him. And to hear everybody complaining about the fact that there's a safety monitor in the car is just absolutely foolish. If you've been watching my rides, my drives, then you would see that that I can't stand. That's got to go away. It comes to almost an exact stop and then it rolls ever so slightly, sometimes taking 5 or 6 seconds to get to the zero and then going again. But remember, folks, the Robotaxis are not running on the same software I'm running on. They're running on the latest version with all the updates, all the fixes, and everything that they need. And I'm waiting to hear the stats on how many miles they have been driving with 0 incidents. That's what I'm hoping for. Sorry if I'm a little distracted. Of course, we got these people that don't know how to drive, but they definitely know how to tailgate and look into their bags and stuff like that while they're doing it. Like, if you want to do that, just buy yourself a Tesla. Then at least you know the car is going to do the right thing and it's going to stop if it needs to. Yeah, if you can see it, it's that Subaru right there. I guess they're used to rally driving and they can't help themselves. So, the launch went off without a hitch as far as I'm concerned. I watched many of the invited folks. Another one. What is it with these people? Or is it because they see a Tesla and they just feel, oh, I gotta tailgate this guy? Sorry, I had to let those guys go by just because when you tailgate people, you should get delayed by any obstacle that would or could or should be on the road. people like that need to be delayed. They're taking a chance of causing you a massive delay by hitting you, and then you having to go through all the stresses of police reports and reporting centers and no. Anyway, hopefully he understands that I did that on purpose because I didn't want him tailgating. Wow. It's a good thing that I went and got myself a Tesla. And it's a good thing that I really splurged and went down into the rabbit hole of FSD, which I had confidence in from years and years back, that it was gonna get there. I knew it was gonna get there. So anyways, we watched all the big YouTube influencers, which is not me, who were invited to the event, and they got to download the app and see how it operated and everything. I mean, I watched many of those rides, and I can just tell you this. Even though I use FSD all the time, I was still impressed. That monitor had the guts to sit in the passenger seat and just let that car do its thing. That says a whole lot to me. Says a whole lot to me. Now, I'm not going to get overconfident because remember, we're on a version of the software which is nowhere near as advanced as what they're using. And you'll see this version of the software is almost perfect. The little things that go wrong with this I call first world problems. So, what is my one gripe with the Tesla Robotaxi launch? If it continues like that for any length of time, people will not give up their cars. Why? Because I don't want to walk 2 blocks to pick up my ride. I don't want to be let off 2 blocks away from my ride. Sorry, the same foolish individual finally caught up and decided he was going to come at the rear end of this car at an excessive rate of speed just to act like he thinks he knows what he's doing. Oh my Lord. Amazing. Amazing. We have people like this all over the place. Seriously? I'm going to cut that out because one of the reasons why we have a Tesla and full self-driving is so that we don't have to worry about people like that. The car was already, I wondered why the car was signaling, and I look in my rearview mirror and sure enough it's the same guy coming at a super high rate of speed straight at my rear. Okay, where were we? So the drop-off and pickup stuff is what I'm not very happy about. So I think, and this is just my opinion, Tesla needs to use geolocation with the phone. And they need to pass the phone by 1 car length or so. That way, if I'm standing there, I will see you, and you'll be stopping like maybe 15 feet ahead of me. Or away from me. That's okay, even if it's raining. I'll shoot that 15 feet right over to the car and jump in. But remember, folks, most of the time when you're going to be wanting and using a RoboCab, you want the convenience. Now, I'm sure, I'm positive they're going to address this on their own. They didn't need me to point it out. I'm pointing it out because full transparency. So you know, yes, I am definitely a fan of Teslas. A super fan of Teslas. But that doesn't stop me from calling out the warts. I thought it was going to go excessively slow. But no, actually, some of these concerned individuals were out there talking about that it's speeding. Oh my Lord, it went 38 in a 35 zone. And the other one, they said it went 35 in a 20 zone or something, but it wasn't. What happened was on the odometer, on the max speed here, it said 20, but it was actually in a 35 zone, and everybody was doing higher than the speed limit. So it was following traffic, which in many states, many cities, that's what they expect you to do. They don't want you to be 6 car lengths behind the vehicle in front of you, holding up traffic because you want to go really slow. The convenience was amazing. And if you are a Tesla owner, or were a Tesla owner, or have the Tesla app, and all your settings are set, either your wife's car or your husband's car is a Tesla, when you go into a RoboCab and you log in, well, you don't log in, you've got the app on your phone. So once you execute and you get yourself a ride, all your settings come into the RoboCab. So all your music settings, your Netflix settings, your everything is all there for you to use whenever you wish. And when you get out, it logs you out of all of those, so other people can't get in and use your account. They have really done a good job, in my opinion. Now Tesla, one thing you need to do as well, sorry, this is not really a bad thing, but it's something that would make the experience so much better. The interface is beautiful. I mean, when you look at the app from inside the house, you'd be like, wow, is that ever cool and sharp, sexy looking app. But then when you go out into the shiny sun, you can't see what's on the screen, right? Because you know it's hard to read a cell phone already. So I think what it needs to do is detect the bright sunlight and switch to a different background, so that everything can be brought forward and you can see it. Just a suggestion, make the experience so much better, because if you're outside, you got bags, you're juggling stuff, and you're trying to order yourself a Tesla RoboCab, you want to at least be able to see what's going on. And if you have to type on that screen, you need to be able to see what you're doing. Just my opinion. Now I'm sure it's probably voice activated like the car, so you could probably just click a button and say, you know, take me to, and your location should already be set in the app that will bring the car right to you. The cars that I saw were all beautifully clean, and I don't think the safety monitor is the one doing the cleaning. So if there's any kind of dirt in there whatsoever, he probably drives right to the nearest Tesla cleaning center. I am very curious as to how those robots are going to deal with the rest of these cars other than the RoboCab. I mean, they look like they're dexterous enough to be able to get into cracks and nooks and crannies and all that stuff. And again, it's Tesla. Would they not think of these things? I would be hard pressed to agree that they wouldn't. In my opinion, I think they've already thought of that. So we'll see, because I want my car doing RoboCab when I'm not in it. Anytime I'm not in it. If I go work on set on a TV show or a movie or a commercial, I want to be there, and the car should be out doing its thing. I'll set an approximate latest time to pick me up, and then hopefully it can be adjusted in the app. If all of a sudden I find out I'm being released earlier. I mean, that could come out to be a first world problem once in a while, where all of a sudden your car is on the other side of the city and you find out you're being wrapped, and you go on the app and say, oh, I need the car right away. It's like, yeah, well, I'm not going to be there for at least an hour, so sit back, relax, and wait for your car to get back, because it's not the car's fault. It's yours. I'm hoping you guys have some questions and you can throw them at me here, because I did watch like so many of those Robotaxi rides, and honestly, the best way to describe those rides is so boring that you forget you're even in a car. You got your friend with you, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, and you're just engaged in conversations about normal things, about what you're going to do to take care of this bill, or how you're going to go manage the time to be at your daughter's recital, or like all of those things. Just, you'll be able to discuss them without any fear in the world. First of all, you're going to be in privacy, because I don't think those monitors are going to be there very long. I think it's just to work out any little kinks that they haven't thought of. So anyway, your time is reclaimed is basically the bottom line. If you have some work to do and you got your laptop with you, open her up, do your work. You have nothing hindering your ability to do whatever you like, as long as it's decent. And if you leave a mess, remember your credit cards are on file. Because if my car comes to pick you up and you leave a mess, and I mean, it doesn't have to be a nasty, horrible mess, but you leave chips and everything in my car, remember, everybody getting in after you is going to be not very happy about the cleanliness of my car, but it's going to be your fault. And that, when they make that report, they get in and say, oh, this car is filthy, dirty, it's automatically going to go back to you as to what happened in the car. And you're going to get dinged for it. So again, just understand, the Robotaxi are closing all the loopholes. They're going to make sure that you have your privacy. Otherwise, they're going to have cameras all over the car. And you don't want that. But everybody gets in the car will be asked, please note the condition of the car when you arrived. If you notice any exterior or interior damage or messes, let us know. And you can put that right there in the app and then enjoy your ride. It just gives Tesla a good accounting of who was in the car when it was in great shape and who was in the car when it ended up being nasty. So I'm going to suggest, and again, it's just my opinion. I mean, comment on it if you like. Let me know if I'm being overly picky or what the case may be. But I would suggest that as soon as you release your car to the Robotaxi network, it should go straight to a cleaning center, which it should. I mean, look, whatever I've done in my car, you don't want to get in and have to deal with. So it should go straight to the cleaning center. At the cleaning center, it should be fully charged and fully cleaned. If there's anything after that, we know who did it. Who done it? Who done it? So that's my opinion anyway. It goes straight there, gets cleaned, gets charged, and off it goes. When it's done doing all of its rounds, you have to give it time. It's going to have to go back, get cleaned, charged, and sent back to you. What I'm also looking forward to now with these Robotaxis, with the unsupervised FSD that's coming up, I can't wait till I can go off to the park, take my saxophone, go into a beautiful area of the park, start wailing on the sax, and the car goes home and parks. So I never have to pay for parking anywhere else. That to me is going to be amazing. Or if I have to take a flight out west to see my kids or grandkids, and I just go to the airport, grab my stuff, do a double check, get out of the car, and off I go, and the car goes back home. It'll also have to give you a little bit of control while that car is on its way. Because what if it did get stuck somewhere and vehicles were piled up around it or something, or there was an accident and there were cars piled behind it, cars piled in front of it, and it's not willing to thread the needles. You could look, it could alert you on your phone, you look at it, and then you can easily guide it through the safest part of that pileup to get itself home. Like, there are so many possibilities. Think, you could send your car to go pick up your kids at school. When they got in, they would have to enter a code. Or the cameras see them and identify them because you're looking, it alerts you, somebody's approaching the car, you look on your screen and it shows you who's there, and then you hit a button and say unlock. Your child gets in, punches in a pin, and the car drives once seatbelts are all fastened. So there's a time where, I'm sorry, the camera should be on at all times. Anybody getting into your car, their entry, verify that their seatbelts are on. Ugh. That's a gas car. It blew like it was a diesel. A little carboned up, you think? Once the robotaxis come to our areas, you'll be able to go on to robotaxi.com or whatever it is, and you'll be able to sign up. You'll download the app, and when you need a robotaxi, you just call. I'll call it the first day that I get the app. I'll be calling a robotaxi because I want to test it out immediately. Even though I know my car is amazing, folks, as you've noticed, truck coming in my lane, and the car did go towards the left. Look at that. Now he's going all the way to the right. Oh, and he's got an oversized load, and he's not in good shape. He's over the line now on the right again. Yeah, buddy, pull over. Get some rest. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I will be editing it down so you don't have to listen to all the ums and ahs. This is something we have to do as content creators. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. And remember, 1585ers, we never give up, we never give in. But we keep an open mind because that's the only way we gather our knowledge. And knowledge is the only power we are ever going to have on this world. Take care, folks. Until next time, ciao for now.